Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys? How are you girls? Welcome to Geometry in grade 9. Today, inshallah, you will study new lesson. You studied before areas of some solids, but today, inshallah, you will study volumes of some solids like prism, pyramid, cylinder, and some other solids. Okay, let's go to the first solid. First solid today, inshallah, is the prism. You studied before the prism is a solid or polyhedron which has two parallel faces which are called bases and the other faces are called lateral faces. Okay? And you can name it by its base. If the base has a quadrilateral, so we can say this prism is quadrilateral prism. If the base has a triangle, so we can say this prism is a triangular prism. But this figure is a quadrilateral prism. Okay, what about volume of the prism? You studied before area of the prism, lateral area and total area. Lateral area was perimeter of its base time height. But total area was lateral area plus 2 times base area. But what about volume? Volume of the prism is base area time height. Base area time height. Okay. Base area time height. Okay. As this area has the shape of the base. If the base has a rectangle, so base area is length by width. If the base has a square, so the base area is side by side. Okay, and if the base has a triangle, so the base area is half time base time height, and so on. Okay, for example, find the volume of this prism. Okay, here we have a base as a rectangle. Okay, so first we need to find base area. What about base area? Base area is length by width, which is 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Okay. Okay, so we can say 3 times 5, which is 15 square unit. And what about volume? Volume of this prism is base area, which is 15 times the height, which is 10. So it will be 150 square unit. Okay, this volume. Okay, so volume will be cube units because it's a volume. But the area as square units. Okay, next one. Number 2 is cylinder. Cylinder, okay. What about volume of the cylinder? Yes, okay, the same rule. Volume of the cylinder, which is base area time height. But here, what about base of the cylinder? Yes, always is circle. So we can say the volume equals what? Equal base area, which is area of the circle, which is by r square times the height. So we can say everywhere, every time, volume of the cylinder is by r square height. Volume of the cylinder is by r square height. Okay, which radius is the distance between center of the base and any point on the circle. So this radius, but the height, which is the distance between the two parallel bases. For example, find the volume of this figure. Here we have radius, which is 7, and height, which is 8, and pi, which is 22 over 7. So we can find volume is pi r square height, pi, which is 22 over 7, time r square, which is 7 square, times height, which is, yes, which is 8. Okay, you can multiply them. It will be 1232 cube units because it's a volume. Okay, this number 2, solid number 2, which is cylinder. Okay, then volume of the cylinder pi r square height. Okay, Number 3, pyramid. What about pyramid? First, you must know pyramid is a polyhedron, okay, has one base and the other faces, which is lateral faces. Okay, and you studied before what the area of pyramid. Okay, lateral area of the pyramid was half perimeter of its base times slant height. What about slant height? And what's the difference between slant height and the height? Okay, you have two types of height. Slant height, which is height of, okay, yes, of one of the lateral faces, but the height of the pyramid, which is perpendicular to geometric center of the base, okay, this pyramid, okay. But now, what about volume of the volume of the pyramid? Volume of the pyramid is 1 over 3 base area time height. 1 over 3 base area time height, okay. Base area as the base, okay. Base maybe square, maybe rectangle, maybe triangle, maybe anything, okay. So volume of the pyramid is 1 over 3 base area time height, okay. So in the volume you will need height, but in the lateral area or total area you will need, yes, good, slant height, which is L, this L, but height, this slant height. Okay, for example, find the volume of the following. Okay, here you need to find base area and height. Here height is given, which is 10. But what about base area? What's the area? The area here is triangle. What's the area of triangle? Half time base time height. Here we notice that the base as a right triangle, the right triangle. So we can say these sides 6 and 4 perpendicular to each other because form a right angle triangle, form this right angle. So we can find the base area, half time base time height, half times 6 times 4, or half times 4 times 6. Okay, no problem. So it will be 12. Okay, this base area. So what about volume of the pyramid? Volume of the pyramid, 1 over 3 base area time height. 1 over 3 base area time height. So we can find 1 over 3 time base area, which is 12, time height, which is 10. It will be 40. What about 40? 40 what? 40 cube units. 40 cube units. Okay. This figure number 3. Solid number 4, which is cone. Okay. Cone, notice that. Remember with me, here in the cone you have two heights, two types of height. First one, which is slant height, and the second one, which is height of the cone. Okay? Okay, and we can find radius between them like this. Okay? So we have right angle triangle inside the cone like this, contains 3 sides. The hypotenuse is slant height, which is the biggest one, and one of the sides with height, and the other is radius of the base. Good, radius of the base. So you must know this relation between slant height and radius, because if you have two of them, you can find the third one using Pythagoras theorem, Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so here you can say L power 2, slant height power 2 equal height power 2 plus radius power 2. You can use this relation in any problem. Okay, let's go to rule of the volume. What about rule of the volume of the cone? Volume of the cone, guys, volume of the cone, girls, which is 1 over 3, 1 over 3 base area time height. What? The same rule? Yes. The same rule of volume of the pyramid. But in the cone, You have a difference between cone and pyramid. What's the difference between them? Base of the cone must be, yes, good, circle. But base of the pyramid may be triangle, maybe square, maybe pentagon, maybe any figure. Okay, so here we can say volume of the cone is 1 over 3 pi r square, which is base area, which is area of the circle, time height. So finally, we can say volume of the cone 1 over 3 pi r square height. 1 over 3 pi r square height. Okay, for example, find the volume of the figure. Okay, here. Okay, find the volume of the figure in terms of pi. Okay, first, we must find two things. Number one, radius. Number two, height, because you need, okay, you need both of them. Okay, but here, no radius, no height. Oh, okay, but I have a diameter. Okay, if you have a diameter, so we can say you can find radius, which is half of 14, which is 7. So what about height? Okay, make a construction like this, okay, which is perpendicular to diameter. Okay, so this triangle is right angle triangle, so we can say, we can use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, how to find the height? Height here, okay, in this right triangle, you can find it using Pythagoras theorem by square root of hypotenuse power 2, which is length height, which is 25 power 2, minus radius power 2, which is 7 power 2. Okay, it will be 24. So I have height 24 and radius is 7. How to find volume? So volume of the cone is 1 over 3 pi r square height. Okay, so we can say 1 over 3 time pi, okay, don't substitute by pi, okay, times radius power 2, which is 7 power 2, which is 49, times height, which is, yes, good, 24, okay? Then you can multiply 1 over 3 time 49 time 24. It will be 392. Then it will be 392, then put pi. Okay? So now we can say volume of the cone is 392 pi. Okay. So finally we finished volumes of some solids. Okay? We studied 4 solids, volumes of 4 solids. First one, volume of the prism, which is base area time height. Volume of the cylinder is pi r square height. But volume of the cone, 1 over 3 pi r square height, and volume of the pyramid, 1 over 3 base area time height. Thank you for listening, and meet you after, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.